Howdy, listeners. This is your host, Random Nerd, on the Critical Thinking Nerd podcast. This is the Positive Masculinity series. We've talked about identity, virtue, anger, anxiety, and started to talk about healing the wounds underneath all that. This episode, we're not looking at what was done to you, we're looking at what you've done. This is episode 8, part 1. Shame, guilt, and what it means for a man to actually forgive himself without dodging responsibility. Segment 1. Shame versus guilt. I am bad versus I did wrong. Psychology and a lot of trauma work make a key distinction. Guilt. I did something wrong. Focuses on an action, can motivate you to repair, apologize, and grow. Shame, I am something wrong. Focuses on your identity. Makes you want to hide, attack, or give up. For men, this often plays out like guilt. I shouldn't have yelled at her. Shame, I'm just an abusive person. This is who I am. Guilt can lead to responsibility. Shame often leads to denial, defensiveness, or more destructive behavior. Some questions to think over. When you think about your worst mistakes, do you say, that was wrong, or that's just who I am? Does your regret usually push you toward repair or toward hiding? Segment 2. How shame keeps men stuck. Shame is powerful because it attacks the core of manhood. You're not a real man. You'll always be this way. If anyone knew, they'd leave. That kind of shame makes men avoid accountability because being confronted feels like an attack on existence, can fuel more bad behavior. If you already believe you're trash, why bother trying to act different? Turns apologies into performances. Sorry enough to calm things down, but not deep enough to change. Some questions to think over. Is there something in your past that you're sure would make everyone walk if they knew? Have you ever refused to really face a wrong because you were more afraid of feeling shame than of staying the same? Segment 3. A stoic and faith-aware lens on guilt. Classic Stoicism is skeptical of strong emotions like guilt or shame, seeing them as perturbations of the mind. But in practice, modern therapists and thinkers recognize that healthy guilt can be useful. It tells you violated your values, do something about it. 2 ideas to offer. Healthy guilt says, I did something wrong. I need to take responsibility. I can make amends and grow. Toxic shame says, I am wrong at the core. I must defend, hide, attack, or collapse. Quiet faith doorway. If there is a God who is both just and merciful, then your guilt matters. What you did is real, but your shame doesn't get the last word. Who you are might be able to be remade. You don't have to buy that yet, but you're allowed to hope that your worst moment doesn't have to be your final definition. Segment 4. The work of self-forgiveness without excuses. Self-forgiveness is not, I guess it's fine now. It's a process. Some psychologists talk about stages: responsibility, remorse, restoration, renewal. You can give men this simple framework. Responsibility. I did this. No excuses, no blame shifting. No, but she. Just, I said it, I did it, I neglected it, I hid it. Remorse. I feel the weight of this and I care that it hurt others. Not self-hatred, sorrow that leads to change. Let yourself actually feel grief over what you've done. Restoration. What can I repair? Apologize clearly, no justifications. Make material or practical amends where possible. Change patterns so you're not repeating the same harm. Renewal. I refuse to stay frozen in that moment forever. You let the event become part of your story, not the whole thing. You accept that you are flawed and still responsible to move forward. Self-forgiveness requires that the harmful behavior has actually stopped or is being actively addressed. Otherwise, it's not forgiveness, it's excuse making. Some more questions to think over. Is there something you keep trying to forgive yourself for while still doing it? Where in this process, responsibility, remorse, restoration, renewal, do you usually get stuck? Segment 5. A 7-day shame and guilt inventory. For the next 7 days, 1. List 1 to 3 things you carry heavy guilt or shame about. Not your whole life, just a few. 2. For each, write what I actually did, who it affected, what I've already done or not done to address it. 3. Pick one situation and walk it through the 4 steps. Responsibility. Write a clear, excuse-free statement of what you did. Remorse. Write what you feel about it now. Regret, sadness, fear. Restoration. Write one concrete step you could take. Apology, repayment, changed behavior, boundaries. Renewal. Write one sentence about the man you want to be going forward. If faith is anywhere on your radar, you might add, if God sees this fully, what would he want more? My endless self-punishment or my honest repentance and changed life? You don't need a final answer yet. Just don't shut the question down. Closing. This is episode 8, part A, shame, guilt, and self-forgiveness. We're not here to either crush you under your past or hand you cheap grace. We're here to say what you've done matters, and so does what you do next. In the next episodes, we'll keep building on this into strength with restraint, complementary, and eventually faith and family. Until then, stay reflective, stay grounded, and ask, are you punishing yourself instead of truly changing, or excusing yourself instead of truly owning it? If you found this episode meaningful, please continue to listen to my next episode as I dive deeper and research further to share my knowledge with you. Thank you.